Peace and blessings, family. This is your boy Gerald. It is Thursday, the 17th of August, 2017. How is everybody doing? I hope that you are navigating through your week and you are well, sidestepping the negative, but placing God first in all that you do. I know it is bright and early. It's not even 7 o'clock in the morning, but I need to put this out because there's a lot of chatter on social media and media in general, and a lot of people are falling for the okie doke. So, what do you mean, Gerald? How is it that people are falling for the okie doke? Let me not be rude. Let me take my Bluetooth off. Let me throw this out here too before I get into it. For those people that own a driver's license, you do know that every time you step into that, into your car, your truck, on your motorcycle, there is a 50% chance that you will not be successful in your destination. There's a 50% chance that you will not make it home. And there's a 100% chance that there may be someone who will not see the value of your life. The reason I'm saying this, family, is next time you're on the road, going to work, coming off work, going to your loved ones, or wherever your responsibilities take you, just look to your left, look to your right, and you'll see this. No, they're not praying. They're actually playing. They are taking a chance, not only with their life, but everybody around them because they're too preoccupied in that cell phone. You know that cell phone is a tool. It is an enhancement of your life. But unfortunately, we live in an area where people want to play and do not want to deal with the repercussions. Why am I saying this to you, family? It's because you're too easy to be distracted. And by being distracted, you're easily manipulated. You're fooled to think a certain way. I tried to let you guys know that when you have a impulsive mindset, whatever you're focusing will not turn out the way it is because there's no foundation behind it. So if you are behind the wheel, let me tell you something. That phone call can wait. Whatever you need to do on that phone, it can wait because they're not going to tell the stats how they really are. There are people dropping like flies because they put their life in the hands of that tool. So if you got to have that phone call, listen, the best investment you're going to ever make, get one of these. Get one of these. This is a Bluetooth device. Fits in your ear. It's lightweight. You don't even know it's there. Talk all you want, but keep your hands on the steering wheel. Keep your eyes on the windshield and pay attention to what you're doing. You see it all the time. Have you noticed the tempo of the traffic is more now turning into a NASCAR type of roadway? Doesn't matter what the sign says. People are going to push it 10, if not 15 over it to get to where they need to be. Why? Because people's attention spans are getting shorter. to match their patience. And depending on where their state of mind is, they drive exactly how they feel, aggressively. Yes, every now and then you may hear a story leak through in your local news, in a town near you, in a city near you, in a state near you, talking about road rage. But road rage happens all the time. Now let's add the fuel of the fact that it is legal now to, was been legal for a couple of years, to conceal carry. You have those who, hey, wherever they go, they have their sidearm. It it is in their vehicle. And of course, I understand that those who are criminals don't care about the law. They're gonna have whatever they have, and you just catch them on the wrong day, the wrong moment, the wrong time. It's on and pop. But just remember this: the most important person that you're gonna ever come in contact, it's not the person that you're laying in bed with. It's not your children. It's not who you're related to or who you may work with. It's that person in the mirror that sees you. Yeah, that little boy, that little girl that lives in you still. Your job is to ensure that your dreams, your hopes come into fruition. So there must be a position of protection. I'm saying this for a reason because people are playing. And while those same people are playing, there's a person that looks just like you and a person who does not, making money off of you. I say, well, how's they making money off of me, Gerald? Because you ain't focused on what you need to do. You're not seeing the value of your dreams. You're not staying motivated to the end goal, which is what? Ensuring that your legacy comes to pass. But I wanted to put this out because when I woke up this morning, this was on my mind. And it only validates what I've always known. See, you're gonna have a lot of people that are gonna take positions to get notoriety, try to find temporary fame, and they're working from a position of agenda. Mm-hmm. And they're gonna say whatever moves the needle to just get you to click. But you'll come to see that those same words are hollow. There's no application behind it. It is nothing but rhetoric. I'm saying this because as long as you have a mindset of non accountability, don't worry about your dreams. Don't worry about your hopes. Don't worry about where you intend to be because your life is not something of it just so happened. It is divinely done. It is done just like this video right here. It is constantly recorded. There's movement, there's progression, there's an application behind it. You have to be very strategic with your life. That is why words have power. Why? Told you. Words give off frequency. Love, hate. You are what you attract. So right now, family, when I woke up this morning, this thought, I love how God works. Planted in my mind to speak it to somebody, but somebody may not be missing. Somebody may be missing the point. You see, right now, everything is about what is the hot topic. You already know what the hot topic is. The real hot topic is your progression. But the reality is there are those that don't want you to see it. And they will use any tactic they can to keep you from making that a reality. That is why reality shows are not made for life. They're made for TV. That's why it's very important that you see through the fog of what's going on. Now, someone asked me about this. I'm gonna speak on it real quick. I'm gonna get off of it. What's going on, being the fact that I live in Virginia, live in Virginia Beach. See, right now, they're, they're gearing up to shift things towards us because there's a lot of Confederate monuments in the set. Our area, Hampton Roads, is also known as the Seven Cities because you have Hampton, Portsmouth, Virginia Beach, Suffolk, Smithfield, and you have the other surrounding areas. And there is historical statues throughout, especially the heart of Norfolk. And already they're gearing up, they're giving attention to these statues. But here's what I don't understand. Maybe you may see this differently, and maybe you don't. If you really give a damn about what's going on, stop giving a damn on stop giving a damn what's going on outside your house. And so why would you say that, Drew? If you really care about what's going on, stop giving a damn what's going on outside your house. Be aware of it, but focus more inside your house. Because while everybody's talking about they want change and they should do this, they don't really see what's really going on. And I'll explain this. See, for those people like myself, like you, guess what? Your tax dollars are going to go to removing statues. We're paying for that. Not those people that choose not to work. Mm-mm. Not those people that feel that this is my fight and I want to play the martyr. I want to be the patriot. Well, if you wanted to be a patriot so much, why won't you take some of that money and put it in our public schools? Why won't you invest that into our children and their future? Because you do know that all this BS that's going on, you're setting the you're setting the tone for them. We're leaving that to them. Yes, but why aren't they talking about that? Why aren't they taking any responsibility of what is being viewed, what is being condoned, what is not justified? Hmm? Because last time I checked, you still have schools that do not have what they need. You still do not have funding for the arts. How about that? How about your team? How about your local high school football team? Do they have the supplies they need for their athletes? What about that? Why aren't we marching for that? Why aren't we marching to make sure that everything that is required to ensure that your child is successful in their educational growth is in place? Why is that? Why are we not marching for that? Hmm? But we'll quickly picket a material object that's been sitting in a town near you, in a city near you, in a state near you, that ain't gonna move. They ain't gonna move until our tax dollars pay for it. But guess what? The people that don't want you to grow, they've already made investments off of you. Because as long as you don't claim you, they making money. They making money off of that. Now, I will say this though. Big ups to those who think they are speaking their truth. Because guess what? It's just also validation that all things done in the dark come to the light. And I guarantee everybody that was where they were, they got seen. So you got to see your coworker. You got to see your boss. You may have gotten to see someone that was standing beside you in military ranks too, because there was a lot of military. Oh, trust me, there was some military there. Mm-hmm. You just didn't have no uniform on. So when you hear those side-eyed comments, you notice when people that want to talk negatively, they don't own what they say, but they feel comfortable in saying it. It's because it's condoned, it's accepted. So let's go back. Stop yelling, "We want change," and apply that to yourself. Stop worrying about what's going on in your neighbor's yard when you need to worry about what's going on in your house. Because until you decide to do that, you are basically giving society permission to develop your child, to impact your livelihood. How about your money? How's your money these days? You too busy focusing on what they doing? They ain't focusing on you. They like the fact that you're giving them attention. Who am I talking to? So let's flip it. Because everybody keeps saying, well, Joe, that's just the Black Lives Matter. You know, we got to understand Black Lives Matter. If Black Lives Matter so much, then you would see the value of your own life. You wouldn't need nobody to hold a sign up to validate you. Because last time I checked, there ain't no names on those uh, on those picket signs. Mm-mm. It's just attention. But here's a kicker: you marching. How are you marching when you should be at work? Hmm? I don't see nobody rallying at my door talking about, hey, look, let me help you out. Let me have a unified front to ensure that your child's education is guaranteed. I don't see that. I don't see a, a unison of men out there. Because you know what? The real men are handling their business. They're protecting what is valuable. It's called your legacy, family. And while you're putting energy over there, you're taking energy away from you. Let's see, millennials, I understand because a lot of y'all have had to figure it out on your own, and you're making your way. I got that. You're doing nothing different than what I did. A lot of Generation Xers, we had to figure it out. We had to navigate through not getting locked up, not being strung out on drugs, not being a teen father. But I got that because I know some women will call that guy the square. But behind closed doors, she's crying because she wish she had him. But let me throw this out here real quick. If you doing what you need to do, prove it. Be validated. You are putting action behind your words. See, you got a lot of people that want to, what I call, show their teeth. They want a little notoriety. Art is good because it takes 100% effort to be you. So if you're out there kicking up dust, mind you, a lot of those people ain't from where you live. You do understand that, right? And what they won't tell you is they're getting a check. They're getting a check. Somebody paying them. That's coming from somebody's trust fund. Don't trust and believe. Just ask the people that was down in Charleston. I mean, in Charlotte, excuse me, Charlotte, North Carolina. And all those people came from out of half of them weren't, majority of them weren't even from their area. So where they come from? So you got the means to travel there, but you don't have the means to focus on your life. Hmm? Meanwhile, the lottery keeps on getting bigger. Huh? I'm trying to wake you up, family. Because I'm going to tell you, there's somebody that looks just like you. I hope that you stay asleep. They're making money off of you because they know that you're not going to focus on you so they can do whatever they want to do. And they're laughing all the way to the bank. We're putting so much focus on things that shouldn't even matter. But the blessing is you get to see how people really feel now. As like we used to say, standing on it. So you see these people, they feel passionate about their position. Don't you realize those same people are some of the most brokenest people you'll come to know? They're terrified because they know the truth. That's why they try to strong arm by fear. I think that's kind of funny. I kind of, I see, especially here. I live in Virginia Beach, and Virginia Beach is one of the most wannabe areas ever. It is. I mean, if it's on TV, you're gonna see it here. That's just how it is. But what I think is funny is these people are not even putting 1 ounce of effort to be themselves. You got some people that feel so powerful, feel so passionate about their position, but not one time do they have the courage to really say what they mean. Why do you feel the way you feel? What is your position? What fuels your motive? Anybody can say it's hate. Hate, Gerald? It's hate. No, it's not. It's fear. It's fear. No way that you can't get around that. Fear. Finally, everything's reality. The reality is you got played. Oh, those all those racist people that claim to be racist. They're the first ones that got played. They're the first ones. Like they're the pawns on the economic chessboard. And a lot of people don't realize is everybody's falling suit to that too. Meanwhile, here's the stinger. As long as there's bad behavior, guess what? There is a candidate or a constituent that is taking note to this. And it's just a matter of time. Somebody's going to say, well, you know what? In a town near you, in a city near you, in a state near you, these people don't have control. Look, they're threatening the infrastructure. I mean, it's the ability to make money. So how about we just put some referendums out there? And then just after a while, guess what'll happen? They'll finally have justification to play with martial law. If that ain't socialism on the rise, I don't know what to tell you. Meanwhile, we want to turn around and focus on putting on the shoulders of our president. Here's the funny thing about it. You know how they say never judge a book by its cover, right? You do understand that there are also people in high places that we put their butts in those seats in Congress and in Senate. We did this. This should be a call to everybody to not play with your vote, because this is the example of what you get when you don't take your choice serious. Now I can flip this and go conspiracy real quick, because truth be told, in my opinion, both of the candidates that were left standing were bad choices right off the bat. I would have never voted for Hillary Clinton. Never. And it would, you know, basically the lessers of two evils. But if you're not taking the time to research your candidates that you're going to vote for, you just basically did this. That's a vote for them. That is why it's so important, family. Your most impactful vote is those who represent you on the city council. Those people. Because guess what? While your babies are marching in the street, those council members are making decisions on what neighborhoods they're going to knock down and revitalize and rezone. And guess what? While we're too busy watching what's going on the boob tube, regentrification is live and well and kicking. They're cutting trees down like they're going out of style, family. And you're wondering why people got issues with their lungs. Why chemtrails is doing their thing. Mm-hmm. But yet you don't see that. As long as you keep saying it's their fault, it's their fault, it's their fault, you ain't taking care of home. Worry about what you got going on. Protect what you got going on. Be the example for those people that are in your space. That was one thing I noticed these last 5 days. Because see, some of y'all didn't know this, and some did. I traveled down the East Coast last week. I was down. I was down in Florida, and while I was there, I made sure that I checked out a couple. I got to check out a really nice, well, not nice, but I checked out a plantation outside of Jacksonville, and I slid through St. Augustine. But the one thing that I took in while I was trekking down 95, stopping along the way, and I stopped. Oh yeah, I know somebody's saying, "You did that in your Jeep?" Yep, sure did. Gerald in his Jeep. I noticed the commonality of what was going on, and one thing that blew my mind was outlets, outlet chains, outlet stores, the whole open mall concept. They're everywhere. The one company that I realized they got a lock on a lot of it is this company called Tangier. But historically, that name stand out because the Tangier was connected to Vegas. It used to be a casino. Remember the movie Casino, the Tangier? So that's old money being rinsed. Meanwhile, they come into your neighborhoods. They'll they don't even care about the houses. They care about the property. You do understand it doesn't matter. You can have a multi-million dollar house and they'll level it just after they built it because of the value of the property or the potential value of that property. You understand that too, right? Grand opening, grand closing. That's how they do it. Meanwhile, you out there, you out there allowing them to play chess with your life. And yes, it's unfortunate that a life was lost in Charlottesville. It's unfortunate that half those people that were out there were college students on your tax dollar expressing their rights. Well, my thing is this: you feel so passionate about protecting an immovable object that ain't going away. They want you to move it somewhere. You move it. Leave my tax dollars out of it. My tax dollars are supposed to empower your child. Make sure that your roads are straight. Make sure that that medical insurance that you're gonna need. hmm that there's enough to go around, so when you need it, it's there. That's about doing your part. But you got a lot of people who want to turn around and they're so enthralled in having their 15 minutes of fame. And let me throw this out here right now, because I asked somebody asked me, said, Gerald, why do you do this? Well, I've been doing this for over 5 years, and I wish that I had someone that saw value in my life that would just motivate me, never take from me, give me clarity on things I didn't understand. That's what being transparent is about. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for the subscribers. I do it for what matters most, and that is your legacy. Because 85% of the people that you see online do it for this. It is a persona. I'm real. I don't need to booster up my self-esteem. I love myself. I put God first in everything I do. So it's not for that. And how's that going to benefit me if it impacts you? Hmm? Because it comes from my spirit. And I know the fact that there's a lot of young men and young women that need mentors. See, at one time we had that going on, but people have grown cold and become selfish and have underlining agendas, hoping to never be discovered. But just know this: you have to account for everything you say and do. And then on the flip side, guess what? When God calls me home, I live forever here. My lineage will be able to pull this up in real time, but you know, it won't be real time. And they could say, well, you know, that was my great great grandfather right there when he was young. This was what was going on. This is how he felt. It will never be misconstrued on where my mindset was. I love God. I fight for humanity. I'm one of the good ones. And I see your self worth. But until you're able to get just to be uncomfortable in your comfort zone, everything that you need is being delayed. It's right here. Until you're able to be transparent with yourself. Like someone said, stop listening to your lies and speak your truth. Oh, that was me. Until you're able to look yourself in the mirror and see the value of your life. Because I'm going to tell you what, family, society's convinced you for almost no, I'll take that back, almost 12 years to be vain, to, to focus on being shallow, to be conceited. Queens, you don't even realize how they playing you. Instead of turning around saying, yes, your beauty is found in your uniqueness. They convince you through insecurity to denounce the most perfect gift. That's you. You do understand every time you put on the yeah, you basically spit in the face of your grandparents. You know that, right? Let's not get that twisted. To the point now they have convinced some of you to emulate what Raggedy Ann looked like. You remember the Raggedy Ann doll? You know where that came from? The image came from a poor slave girl, a brother and sister. Notice the clothes, notice the hair, notice the teeth. It's kind of hard to protect your teeth when you're a slave. But they won't tell you that. But they got plenty of you walking around with it in your hand, and they're laughing all the way to the bank. I keep telling you, stop worrying about. I ain't gonna say anything because they like the fact that you want to do you. Go do you, boo. And as long as you keep doing you, boo, they're gonna keep going to the bank. Because while you're spending your hard-earned money on your low self-esteem, those same products you buy, they bought the stock for it, and they're making hands over fist. Why don't we talk about that in our community, family? Because somebody looks just like you. Hope you don't. So I'm gonna bring this home, family. I love hearing from you guys. Do not hesitate to drop me a line. You got a question, concern? You know what to do. It's right there. The worst thing you're gonna get is validation or a prayer. But if you don't want change, stop complaining. Because that's what hypocrites do. It's just another way of saying I want attention without the investment, like a little spoiled brat. And don't worry about those. Don't worry about those people doing wrong, how you think your life is going to turn out. You do everything, you do understand everything you do, it comes back. It comes back. And if it doesn't come to you directly, your kids are going to suffer. But you're going to know where that pain came from until you decide to humble yourself and place God first in everything you do. So stop being fooled, family, because they're playing y'all. They're playing. And if you don't believe me, I want you to do this. Go in your search engine right here, right? And type in uh, news channels showing the same news stories. Everything comes out of New York except for the local stuff. And it's only, you'll notice the local stuff, you only get 20 minutes out of an hour. 20 minutes of local news. And when you think about it, you notice it's kind of gossipy too. Mm-hmm. They quick to throw Ray Ray up there, but they won't talk about what matters most, because drama sells. Drama sells. So stop taking in this negative energy because that's what they want you to do. It's okay. Cut that crap off and focus on what is more important. That's your life. Because guess what? If you don't do it, who will? You think they care about you? They don't. They don't. And guess what? Some of those people, you may have just woke up right in the same bed. You better see your worth because you're worth it. God's praying for you. You know I am. I see your worth. And for that, helps me discern mine. Reality TV is nothing but a tool of propaganda for those who are impulsive, that do not have foundation or a clue of their direction. Protect your life. Invest in it. Because you got a whole lot of life still waiting for you to be lived through. I see your worth. The real question should be, will you? And oh yeah, why are you wasting all your energy on that disappointment? Who am I talking to? They are not supposed to be in your life. That's why you're seeing all of what you're seeing. You know that angst you're feeling right now? That's God trying to tell you they don't deserve to even hear you breathe. It's time for you to claim your life back. When you do, your real direction will be revealed. Oh, don't worry, they ain't coming. They can't. God's got something better. Be blessed.